Hi, I'm Dr. Chuck Page, the best guy to see on the worst day of your life, and I want to tell you a story about Flo. One day, Flo came into my office. She was being seen for problem swallowing. The medical term for that is dysphagia. Well, Flo came in and was very flat as far as her emotions, and she came in with a coffee cup in one hand, and in the other hand, she held a bag. And so I began the routine questions for Flo about, why she was having this problem with her dysphagia, asking her about her problem swallowing. Flo, is it worse when you take liquids or is it worse when you do solids? And Flo simply responded, Doc, everything I swallow comes straight up. And so I began, to do the routine medical questions once again, asking her stuff like, well, Flo, what makes it better? What makes it worse? And with each question I began to ask Flo, I noticed that she began to become more and more frustrated. And so, like a pot of boiling water, Flo began to get more and more frustrated and more angry with each question. But I had to ask one more question. I had perused all of her chart and looked at all of her studies, and I asked Flo, I said, Flo, tell me what happens when you swallow food. Does it ever come back up undigested? And with the most frustrated look on her face, Flo took her cup of coffee and she took a big chug and swallowed it down. But I noticed this look of anger began to look more like a look of, oh my goodness. And as I watched, I could tell that she was fixing to heave. Flo grabbed my hand and wouldn't let me go. And as I tried to run away, she took the bag in her other hand and she threw up in the bag. Now, folks, I got the message. In one single act, Flo demonstrated to me exactly what was going on. I got the point. Our demonstrations possess power. If you think about God and His love for us, He didn't just tell us that He loved us. The scriptures tell us that God demonstrated His love for us in that while we were yet sinners, God demonstrated His love toward us. Think about that. God just didn't say that He loved us. He showed us. He demonstrated His love by going and dying on the cross so that we could have eternal life. The scriptures say that God demonstrated His love for us in that while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. And so as we think about that, and we think about that great sacrifice, we need to really think about how do we demonstrate love towards other people. I wish I could tell you that I get it right every time, but I don't always demonstrate love the way I'm supposed to. But I want to challenge you today. Let's demonstrate God's love in just simple ways. Maybe stopping and listening. Maybe saying a prayer for someone. Maybe giving a person a simple word of encouragement. We never know what simple things like that may do in a person's life. I'm Dr. Chuck Page. I'm the best guy to see on the worst day of your life. And this story about Flo came from this book, A Spoonful of Courage. You can find us on aspoonfulofcourage.com, or you can join our blog and our podcast by simply texting the word BELIEVE to 66866.